Police say they're really concerned about an increase in murder and mutilation of women and children in their province. These crimes on the increase, they say, in the past few months. Police are investigating whether there's actually a syndicate responsible for these crimes. Over the weekend, of course, the body of 6-year-old Bontle Mashiyane was found. She'd been missing for about a month. 5 suspects have been arrested in connection with her murder. eNCA reporter Pule Letshwiti-Jones is following that story for us and joins us now. So, Pule, this is such an incredibly tragic story. And you told us yesterday that people living very close to the family of little Bontle are the ones who have been taken into custody. Police now saying there's concern about mutilation of bodies in the province. Is it a concern of possible muti-killings?
Definitely, and what they're saying is that they're trying to track down the syndicate who could possibly be behind the operation of the trafficking of human body parts. They believe that this is a concern and it has caused terror within the community of Masoy in Mpumalanga. That little village there where 6-year-old Bontle Mashiyane was found. Her body was found dumped and mutilated just 2 kilometers away from her home. Fortunately, today we got the opportunity to speak to the mother, who was quite terribly distraught. She was in a very bad condition emotionally, and what we understand is that she's been receiving the support of some of the community members. That package will play later as well, Sally. But as it is right now, police are saying they're trying to come for clues and leads which could eventually get them to the targets which they're looking for. 5 people have been arrested who are allegedly involved in the killing of Bontle Mashiyane. But I just want you to take a listen to what the provincial spokesperson of the police in this province had to say about this.
It is a concern in the province as well, that we often find people killed and then with body parts missing. And as a result, I just spoke to our deputy provincial commissioner responsible for detective services now. He's one of the members of SAPS in the province who underwent the training, the occult training. And he's very much clued up in terms of that. And I know for sure that there are other, detectives within the province that have that particular knowledge. Look, this means that we are concerned about it, but at the same time, we give it a necessary attention that is needed. And we hope with their expertise and knowledge, they will be able to see if indeed these mutilated bodies that we get, there's a possibility of a market somewhere else. So they will be able to give us a clear direction in terms of what must be done.
So apart from poor little Bontle Mashiyane, who was killed and mutilated, have police said how many other murders, mutilation murders, they are investigating? And have they given you any more details on exactly what the syndicate is all about?
Well, for now, they haven't disclosed the number as to how many investigations that they're looking into. But we do understand that they've said the scope has broadened. And they're saying that they're looking at similar cases that could have taken place whereby children and women were mutilated. And we got that from the police officials. But most importantly, again, what they have referred to us to say is that this investigation could possibly lead them to someone they've been looking for a while, who's been on the police radar, which they believe is quite notoriously known in the community for these kind of muti-killings. And one thing we also understand, Sally, when you go on the ground and you speak to community leaders, community members rather, and leaders perhaps, what they're saying is that they are aware of the people who are allegedly involved in this. You take, for instance, one of the accused who was alleged to be the one behind the murder of Bontle was a neighbor who was also behind all of this, and also a traditional healer who was involved in this with the son, who have been arrested and will be appearing in court again next month. But they all have been alleged to have done this kind of gruesome killing. And police are saying all of this happening within a space of a short time is spiraling out of control and leads to them, which they believe could be a certain modus operandi on the rise. But I just wanted to listen to what they had to say about this.
We can't say there's a syndicate or there's no syndicate for now. But it's safe to say for sure there's a market for these parts. The mere fact that somebody is being killed and parts being taken from the body of that particular person, it means that they're being taken somewhere else. What need to be perhaps be the direction that we should take now is to find out if there's a market. When if we find out there's a market, we need to close that particular market. We are not sure if the market is outside the country or within the country. But the fact remains that we need to stop this kind of brutality where people are being killed for body parts. And hence, our Deputy Provincial Commissioner responsible for detective services has got knowledge about it, and he is definitely going to work hand in hand with the detectives that report to him that have got knowledge about it. And it's safe to say that look, at the same time, if you look at it, most people that we found being killed, the women and children, which at the end of the day, it goes on the side of the gender-based violence, whereby our provincial commissioner is very much harsh on that one, to say that we don't have to leave any stone unturned when coming to anything that has to do with the ill treatment of women and children.
It's so incredibly distressing. Thank you so much for bringing attention to, as you say, a crime and mutilation murders that do seem to be on the increase in Mpumalanga. That's our reporter, Pule Letshwiti-Jones.